what was the transition from from the last role to Yooralla, and then how did that happen, and what do what's the critical piece or values you were attracted towards this organization?
Sure. Well, as I said, I had worked in the disability sector previously, so I knew that I would really love working again with the disability community. I knew I would enjoy working again directly with clients and frontline workers. For me, I'd worked 13 years in the state government in the health and human services space, mostly in the health space, and that was a privilege for all the reasons I mentioned before in terms of the things you get, but it's probably a little bit too long it had been a long time since I'd been back closer to the action. So for me, a chance to get back even to a senior role was a welcome opportunity. I was in the department during the first couple of waves of COVID. After every wave, I guess we hoped that had been the last. And at a certain point, I went, okay, well that's behind us. So now there's a chance to look for something different. And this role, I was approached about this role. I wasn't aware of it, but I knew my the predecessor, who was the CEO. I was aware of the organisation because Yooralla's got a significant profile in Victoria. So for me, it was an opportunity and a chance to return to something that I knew I'd love. So
great. For the audience, could I talk a bit more on Yooralla? Then what's the brand, what's the organisation, and what type of people do you serve?
So Yooralla's one of the oldest disability providers in the country. We are the oldest disability provider in Victoria, now 105 years old. Founded just after the First World War, or at the end of the First World War, by people who noticed that children with disabilities were not required to attend school and early childhood education because they weren't expected to go on to live the same meaningful, contributing lives as people without disability. And the founders of Yooralla said that's not good enough, and children with disabilities we should have the same expectations of them as we do of other children, and therefore they require the same education and early childhood opportunities. And they set up an early childhood centre not too far from where we're sitting actually, and then moved across to the eastern suburbs of town. We today don't provide any education services, but we provide supports into early childhood settings. We have over 100 staff across Victoria who provide supports into kindergarten and early childhood settings. And we now provide almost a full range of disability services. So we provide supports in accommodation, in residential settings. We have properties that we own ourselves and offer as disability accommodation. We have a larger number not owned by us in which we provide support. We also provide supports into people's private accommodation. We provide supports for a range of community activities. We provide supports for employment. We have a therapy team who provide the full range of clinical services and disciplines. We have support coordination services. So yeah, we have a pretty wide range of services, and we've been doing most of them for a pretty long time.